It says I'm live. Am I live now? I don't know. It just keeps showing the loading thing. Am I live? Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian, and I gotta wipe off my webcam a little bit. It looks a little dirty. There we go. That's a little better. Probably fix my hair. Hey, what's up? I'm doing an anniversary stream now. If you guys have, I don't know why my webcam is falling down. Shouldn't be doing that. Technical difficulties always fun. Does that even count as technical difficulty? Is that fine? Stay. Will you stay? I don't know. Anyways, okay. So, anyways, don't know why I said that 3 times. So, if you're curious about my anniversary, because technically it's not the anniversary of my YouTube channel, it's the anniversary of what started the YouTube channel, which was the Facebook page. Originally, we were a Facebook page that was trying to connect a whole bunch of other Facebook pages that revolved around Transformers. I will be 1 sec. I'm going to get something to prop that up. My webcam just keeps lowering. I'm not entirely too sure why, so I'm going to use clay and try to do that. Okay, that's a lot better. Anyways, saying that again. So, the Facebook page. Let's try this again. The Facebook page that started this whole YouTube channel thing and inspired me to actually go for a YouTube channel, that started 10 years ago. And originally that Facebook page was meant to be just a collective page for all these other pages we were making. So how it kind of started was I liked a page called Revive Jazz for Transformers. I think it was 3 at that point. And I had created kind of a group to go along with it, I guess, just for myself. It wasn't really meant to do much, but it was Revive Jetfire for Transformers 3. And so the guy contacted me about it, and he was like, "Oh, you want to be an admin, and we could start making other pages for these type of things." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And it was kind of exciting at that point. But at some point I said, I'm making all these pages. Maybe we should connect it with one page. And that's how Transformers fan page had started. So on August 18th, 2010, we had started that big Facebook page. And it started becoming more of just us doing Transformers stuff. And eventually that admin, he's not really around in the group anymore or on the page. And that's by his own choice. But so I pretty much took over. But originally it was also going to be this kind of hub for Transformers fans to kind of come over and we would just connect. About a year and a half later, or sometime around that, I can't remember exactly how long it is, although I can just trace when we started the Facebook page to when I started the YouTube channel. But anyways, about a year later, I had announced that I wanted to do this kind of series thing. And originally it was going to be a comic series, but people started auditioning like it was going to be a YouTube stop motion series. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's make it a YouTube stop motion series. And that's when T-Fan Page 101 started. So the reason why I'm making a whole bunch of content in YouTube and Transformers and whatnot is all because of that page. And when I started that page, I was just a kid at the high school. I was still, asking, "Mommy, can I get this toy? Because I like toys and I want it." And she was like, "No." But nowadays, I could pretty much get my own Transformers toys. I've managed to actually buy a giant Transformer toy, which was Omega Supreme. And those giant Transformers, they would be so hard to come by. My biggest for a long while was the Unicron figure that I managed to get from just Christmas money. And I just decided I had to get that thing. But everything else for a while was just mostly deluxes, Voyagers. I'd be lucky to get a leader. Nowadays, I mean, So yeah, definitely changed a lot after those 10 years. I've made a lot of friends. Larry, Dakota, um, of course, Max, and a whole bunch of other people. Matt, Joe. Uh, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's so many people. Nicholas as well, um, and it also helped me through dark times too, because I had moved from one place to another, and making friends was not the easiest thing. So through Transformers fan page, it really helped me out with that. And also through Transformers fan page and doing YouTube, when I was a kid, I was not very social. And I still have problems with that, being someone with autism. But nowadays, I feel like I'm much easier at it. I'm still not perfect, but I guess no one ever is. But but if you watch my reviews now, and I'm more quicker on the draw, and I can actually read those lines beforehand, when I had just started the YouTube channel, if I were to read something, it'd be like this. Hi, my name is Brian. And the weird part is that growing up as a kid, I didn't have that problem. It's just all of a sudden at some point during middle school, I had problems reading. I could read by myself just fine, but when I'm trying to say it out loud, I had problems, which I don't know why I never went to speech therapy for that. But anyways, so when it comes to writing reviews and writing scripts that I have to read off of, because I started this YouTube channel and I want to do actual reviews, I actually grew out of that, and I could read, not the best maybe, but pretty quickly compared to what I originally did. So, you know, this page has helped me a lot with, you know, being social and, you know, reading and writing and all this, storytelling as well, you know, making content. I mean, again, I'm not the best at it, but when you compare me to 10 years ago, it's night or day. Night and day? Night or day? Night and day. I swear it's better now. Okay, so I'm going to read all the people in the chat. Prime Boy 125, DT Racing, TFP Forever, Prime Boy, that's one we already read. Just Faded, Transformers Fan 444 Transformers. He's the best because he has Transformers twice in his name, and I admire that. Greenest Prime, John. Again, a good name, because it's John twice. The Fire Brothers. Don't know why I really shouted that name. The Fire Brothers! DTS Studios. Soup CT 123. Justin Yates. Adamantium Matrix. I had to read that in my head at first. Roonies. Philip Fabian. Trans Aaron 38. Transformers 2002. Blue Raccoon 10. Transformers Goosebumps NYC. Railfan. It's a weird word. Jurassic Addicts. Germtron Studios. Jellyfish the Actor. Stop Motion Reviewer. Autobot Drift. Lego AWC Stop Motioner. Don't know why I missed a whole bunch of them. Vera Volticon. Jaden Tillman. Sorry. Air Raid Boy. And Pizza Pikachu 4479. Frank 17 second. And the Slicer Fan. V, do you remember back in the day when Transformers fan page had started, and for a while I thought the anniversary of the page was on your birthday, but then it turns out it was like 10 days before your birthday actually. You know what's funny about that is that your birthday is 10 days after Transformers fan page had started. My birthday is 10 days after Transformers started. Of course, there's also a difference of 10 years, but it's funny how that works. You like my videos? Yay! Blade Allspark, hello. So yeah, I can't believe that it's 10 years now that my fan page has started. I was gonna make a big intro thing, but I got too carried away with my Mega Constructs Halo reviews that I've been doing. If anyone likes my, and I know I've been mentioning this quite often, and I do apologize for that because I know some people aren't into it, but if you like my Transformers reviews, if you check out my Ultimate Doom channel, you will see more reviews by me in pretty much a similar style. Yes, September 27th. Elijah Posada? I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Oh, Lego? Okay. I'll try and remember that, even though I might not. Joseph Lip... That... Derivative Films! It's been a while. You know, it's going to be really confusing when I say in March, hey, my channel's been 10 years old, and people are like, didn't you already do a 10-year anniversary thing? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm bad with names, sorry. So what are your thoughts on War for Cybertron Kingdom? I'm excited for it. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited to get some Beast Wars characters because I think it's about time we got something that's not G1. And people complain about, oh, but G1 characters, there's a lot of them that are missed. You got a whole bunch of them throughout generations. I think it's about time some Beast Wars fans got into a few things. I don't think it's much of a problem if Beast Wars has a moment to shine. And apparently we're still getting some G1 characters through not only the War for Cybertron line still, I mean, I imagine some Select figures could still be G1, but we're also getting the Studio Series lineup that's going to carry a lot of G1 characters as well, based on the original cartoon movie, because it's going to be the 35th anniversary, and technically that is a movie, so it can count. So we're going to see a lot of G1 characters show up there. I don't think it's an issue if Kingdom has the spotlight. I see people get really upset and say that, no, we should not have this, because either they just don't like Beast Wars, Generations should be just Generation 1, which kind of defeats the purpose of the name, and because apparently that means a lot of G1 characters would have been missed. Someone even told me that, no, we need a new Hopper first and a new this first. And it's like, what exactly... Because everyone's going to have a different opinion on what Transformers should come. What exactly dictates or what's written about what should be first? What should come first? What should be finished first? You know? Like, oh, we need a new Huffer. And I agree, we need a new Huffer, but do we need one right away? You know they'll eventually do another Optimus Prime or Megatron or maybe even the Springer, Ultra Magnus, Swerve, Tailgate, blah, blah, blah. They'll eventually do another one. How often do we get Beast Wars characters? How often have we gotten a Dinobot in Generations? The answer is none if you don't count the Universe Classics. How often have we gotten a Cheetor? How often have we gotten a Rat Trap? How often have we gotten a Rhinox? For any of those characters, we likely got just one of them. And that's it. That's all we got. I mean, we got one Rhinox, we got one Rat Trap, we got a Cheetor in Universe Classics, the Optimus Primal, you know, we got that big suit thing that I kind of didn't really care for. I mean, the suit itself looked fine, but the Optimus Primal was just... I don't recall a Beast Wars Megatron. I don't recall a Pterosaur. I don't recall Quick Strike. I don't recall Air Razor. I don't recall Tigatron, except for a convention exclusive a while back. But if we're not counting convention exclusives, BotCon or TFCC, I don't recall a Tigatron. I don't recall, trying to think about it. Silverbolt, I don't recall, I mean, other than Combiner Wars, but duh, that's not the one I'm talking about. I don't recall a lot of these characters. They should probably show up at some point. They've been pushed aside for a long time, especially when Prime Wars and so far for War for Cybertron, they've been so heavily based on G1 characters. and that is quite a lot, quite a long time. I mean, with Prime Wars and the War for Cybertron line leading up to Kingdom, ever since the Thrilling 30 stuff, which had Brinox and Rattrap and Tankor, that's about 5-6 years since then. And every once in a while, we'll get sprinkles of these characters. As I said, we got the Optimus Primal from the Prime Wars trilogy, but we just don't get enough of it to where it feels like, okay, these characters have any focus whatsoever. In fact, the Optimus Primal was a fan vote thing. So it wasn't even necessarily Hasbro's choice. It was other people's choice. So I'm happy to see that Beast Wars is getting the spotlight. And I'm hoping they do a lot of the characters. I know they're mixing in G1, but please do a lot of the characters. Because I'm not sure when the next time we're going to get any of these characters. You know, we're always going to see a Hupper or Springer or Optimus Prime or Megatron or Bumblebee. But how often do we get these Beast Wars characters? And it's going to be really fun to see the selects. I want Antagony. I want Packrat. I want a Predacon version of Rhinox. Larkin's Lair, hello! Yes, it's the anniversary, not of my YouTube channel, of my Facebook page that kind of started this all. Oh, we got 35 viewers. Sweet! Freaking sweet, Lois! Decepticons forever, yay! If they do Air Razor, please, so that we can have something to go with Tigatron. I'm hoping they really do a lot of the characters. Apparently in Deluxe, we're going to get 16 figures. So I'm going to do some quick math here. I think that... Okay, so if we're getting G1 mixes in Kingdom, and we're getting 16 Deluxe class figures according to a listing. So with that, okay, we can speculate that maybe, I want to say 3 or 5 characters will be based on G1. So they'll be outside of the Beast Wars. But then also, apparently we're supposed to get these fossilizer toys, which are going to be kind of follow-ups to the weaponizers and modulators. So if we do the math with that, we could expect maybe 2 or 3 of those characters. So if we're getting 16 Deluxes, that means probably 8 or more figures will be based on Beast Wars. I feel like it's going to be more than that. I feel like it's going to be maybe 10, but I don't know how many we're going to get. I know we're going to get Cheetor, because we have to. And yes, I know the poster exists. I know we've seen it. People kept reminding me of the poster, by the way, when I had mentioned the listings of the Deluxes, Voyagers, and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but that didn't really indicate what class any of the figures are going to be or how many we're going to get in a certain class. Yes, we already knew we were getting Tigatron from the poster, but what class is he going to be in? Is he going to be Deluxe and a repaint of Cheetor? Is he going to be Voyager? We know now. So, Tarantulas, yes, I want to see Tarantulas. I want to see Tarantulas and then a repaint into Black Arachnia as a Selects toy, just as a joke. I have a feeling that if we do get Black Arachnia and Tarantulas, what they should do is reuse parts, kind of like the Springer or Sandstorm or the Blur and the Chrome Dome. We should have parts used into both figures, just kind of as a reference to how the original toys for Black Arachnia and Tarantulas used the same mold. And it didn't really work out, but considering the new age of engineering and whatnot, and considering that using a few parts doesn't mean that the overall look is going to be the same, I kind of want to see that. I wonder if parts of the RC figure is going to be reused for Black Arachnia. What I don't want to see, though, is all this kibble stuff that just pops out to move out of the way. Now, Beast Wars figures originally did that. and they made them into weapons, but at least they had some transformative feature to them, at least for the most part. So I understand if they're doing it based on the Beast Wars figures, but if they just do it to get anything out of the way, just to cheat, please don't do that. What I mean, for example, is Rhinox. If they just take the head and they use it as a weapon as itself, and the whole point is pretty much they needed to get that out of the way to connect it to the back instead of using a hinge, much like, I don't know, Cliff Jumper kind of in reverse, that's not good. I don't want to see that. Although, now that I talked myself into it, Rhinox using that piece as a weapon kind of sounds like a cool idea. But I kind of want to see it like, I think the Earthrise RC has a tab feature rotation thing to where, yes, it's got a giant backpack. Yes, it's being used as an accessory, a gimmick thing that's kind of lame. But at the very least, you can still transform it complete. You don't need to remove it. So, Depth Charge, Beast Wars Inferno, Tiger Hawk, Dinobot 2. Ooh, Dinobot 2 would be cool. You know what? Dinobot 2 is the Selects figure. I want to see that. Or, you know what they could do for the Netflix stuff is do the Transmetal stuff. I think that would be cool. I also want to point out, apparently there was a rumor that Cheetor is going to be in the Netflix toy line. And people are saying, oh, this is going to be... now that we've got Kingdom, this is going to be a repaint of the Cheetor coming out. And I feel like it could be that, but I still don't want to stomp or squish on the idea that the Cheetor we could be getting in that series could be a Cybertronian Cheetor. Because I feel like they could connect that into the story. Plus, also, if there's a Cheetor coming out around the same time, that'd be kind of awkward. Yes, I know we got the Wheeljack Impactor, blah, 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 but I feel like both Cheetors would be coming out around the same time of each other. Like, Wheeljack, okay, that was the first wave. We're moving on to the second wave. Some places are even moving on to the third wave, it seems. So, for Wheeljack to come out later on, I don't think it's the best choice to put him into the Netflix series lineup, but at least there's some distance of time between those releases. I feel like with Cheetor, they'd just be too close, but that might just be me. Hey, TFN Geek. Oh, Dennis is here? I didn't even notice. Oh, Dennis is here. And Airazor is on my radar. I'm sorry that I keep skipping the chat. Kittycraft. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I just want to bring this up. And I don't want to constantly repeat it. Hello. I don't want to constantly repeat it, but I kind of want to mention it again, and I do apologize for it. If you guys want to see me do more reviews than what's coming out right now, because I'm doing a weekly thing for reviews, or at least trying to. If you like my style of reviews, go to Told Doom. I'll type that in the chat. I should link that channel in more videos. I don't know why I don't. If you go to that channel, you will see me review a whole bunch of Mega Construx Halo sets. And it's pretty much in the same style. I'm trying to get them out there because I've been really deep into the Mega Construx Halo lineup. So, yeah. And also, if you have any questions about the Halo sets that I have, feel free to ask and I'll try and answer them. Or, you know, Transformers, Bionicle, typical stuff. I want to mention that I'm so happy that we saw Bug Bite. In the end of the video that I talked about Bug Bite and the reveal, I kind of fumble on my words about the release of it. I know it's coming out in Toys R Us Canada. I just kind of messed up at that point. But just to clarify, I know about it. Oh, G2 Megatron. Let's talk about that for a second. So G2 Megatron is apparently coming out in the Selects line or some line. It is going to be an Earthrise repaint, and it's going to be all green and purple and orange, and it's perfect. It's exactly what I want out of that Megatron, because the original Megatron, I don't know, it just looked too plain or kind of dull to me. This one looks really good. It makes it exciting. Yes, I do still have my similar problems with the Megatron mold. It's not like that goes away, but because of the new color scheme, it distanced itself from the War for Cybertron Siege version enough for me to go, yeah, I kind of want it. Nah, it's in here. Would be overkill. Does the Generations 2014 Deluxe Class Rat Trap figure count as being life-size? It could be. Halo stuff is cool. Got into the Mega Constructs human. Let's see. Yo-Yo Paraka. The gang on the loose. Nothing you can do. You can try. Well, you know you're gonna lose. Can't remember all the names. Okay. The Beast, the Bully, the Snake, Trigger, Tracer, Drifter, Snake, the Beast, the Bully. All that makes Paraka. Yeah, I might have heard that song a few times. I need one piece to complete my Paraka. I hope we get Generation Select spin out to go with Tiger Track. That'd be cool. I feel like we would next year. Oh. I wonder when someone will make a shoulder adapter for the G2 cannon. Looking at Larkin Light. I believe you could just do that with the normal fusion cannon, though. Because there's portholes on the back pieces to where you can attach stuff. People did that with the Arctic Camo G2 Megatron, so I can't help but wonder if that Leader Class Beast Wars Megatron we are going to get in Kingdom is going to be the Dragon version of him, because it would make sense. I want to see that, but I don't think they're going to do that right away. I think what they're going to do is the T-Rex version of Megatron. And you know what I just realized is that they could probably remold it from the Grimlock or reuse parts, or even use the Studio Series Grimlock engineering. Like, maybe not a remold of that, but using similar tactics and tricks, they could pretty much make Beast Wars Megatron. Beast Wars Megatron. I like to see select figures of the obscure Beast Wars characters like Spidor, Sonar, Buzzclaw, Torka, Windrazor, Beast Wars Bone Crusher. That'd be cool. Beast Wars Prowl, Buzzsaw, Razorclaw, and Scavenger. I would love to see Scavenger. I would love to see some Beast Machines thrown in. So, you know, when I was talking about some of the G1 characters that are going to be mixed in, what I would like to see is, in some of them, I would like to see Obsidian and Tankor, maybe Strika. I think those would be cool to see. The T-Rex could be T-Rex from Beast Machines. I also want to point out that it is not likely for anyone out there. It's the chances of a T-Rex repaint from, I think it was Megatron, is not likely. And the reason why I say that is because I have a T-Rex. Let me go get him and show you exactly why I don't think they're going to do it. Now, to anyone who collected the Beast Wars and whatever figures he came out in, you're probably thinking, that's not T-Rex. Well, it is. This is the Breakout Beast T-Rex, and he uses the same name as the original T-Rex. So the rights for the name has already been taken. Unless they do Predacon T-Rex or just change his name in general, yeah, we're kind of screwed. I don't think they're going to bother doing that Megatron as T-Rex. I think they'll just do something else to where they can actually get the name. Hell yeah, more untraditional fembots. Yes. Air Razor, Black Arachnia, please. Botanica, even. Let's finally give her a toy. Especially if we're getting a Rat Trap. If there were to rename Beast Wars Megatron in order to not cause confusion, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to keep the Megatron. Gnash teeth? I don't know. You never know, except for the fact that we would know. Bug bite. Okay, but bug bite. I'm not talking about the copyrights for the name. I need 2 not Headmaster Hot Rod, one to stay in the same color, and the other I'm repainting as Cryo Wheel. Okay. I guess he can rename the toy, but I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna skip over and do something else. Artfire would be cool. Still waiting on that Inferno, which apparently we got the name for that. Predacon was used as the Megatron repaint in Armada. Yeah, they could do that. They could do Predacon. The Trigger, the Tracer, the Drifter, the Snake, the Beast, the Bully, all that makes Paraka. Oh, yo, Paraka. Clobber. Or Alpha something, which apparently is what they renamed Stryko for some reason. That's why I said Pack Rat, and I forgot to mention I would love to see Fractal. I think that Pterosaur is definitely coming in Deluxe. I think Scorponok's coming in Deluxe, which is funny. We have a line where we got Beast Wars Scorponok and G1 Scorponok. Definitely speculate Cheetor. Did I say Black Arachnia? I feel like I did. People are saying Rat Trap, but apparently there's these core figures coming out that apparently Rat Trap's going to be a part of. I don't know about that. Hello, 023 Studios. It's not the morning here. It's actually the afternoon. We also got a Skull Cruncher toy revealed, which nobody seems to really talk about. I mentioned it in the video, and I think it looks good. It's a lot like the Titans Returns one, so unless you really wanted it to be oversized, I don't feel like you need it, especially considering that there's KO versions of that Skull Cruncher figure that you could just get as Voyager class. But if you just want, an official one, that's probably, if the gimmick interests you, where the translucent head flips around, I guess that's fine. But I don't know. It's something that I might consider, but I'd rather get Rack and Ruin and Clobber first. Beast Wars Sandstorm, yeah. SS Overload is available to order on Amazon. Cool, because yeah, I think that he's the last one I need to get, which I'll try and get myself. But I know I'm getting the Mixmaster from someone. Are we getting Cyberverse Meteorite? Yes, he's going to be in the Ultra class, I believe. No, he's not going to use the Headmaster gimmick. I know Skull Cruncher is not going to have that. Never appeared in the show, so, and he's not a Headmaster figure anyways. But if you just want the Skull Cruncher, there you go. The Kingdom line, do you think, come Titan class Black Zarek? Hey guys, before you hit enter, please reread your comment so that I can actually get it. Unfortunately, I just spent my money on a tripod. I had recommended a tripod to someone else. SS69 is Devastator. I feel kind of dumb for buying long haul. I want to bring that up too, because I had mentioned that in the video. I don't know if that Devastator is really true. I know this is going to be kind of the same thing as the Earthrise Blue Streak, which, by the way, yes, the Blue Streak image, the stock render image, was official. It wasn't exactly accurate to the blue streak that we were getting, because the figure we're actually getting has the prowl head, not the smokescreen head, but it is official. People kept saying to me that it's a Digibash. Nope. Anyways, so the Devastator, I had to remember what I was talking about. The Devastator, it just doesn't look real to me. If you look at all the writing and the logos, they just look like they're slapped on. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I think it's probably a Takara figure, if anything. I don't expect Hasbro to release it. I know people are like, "Oh my god, I shouldn't have bought the Hasbro release," but yeah, I feel like that Takara is going to be a little more expensive to get. I think that it's cool to see Long Haul's, foot mode with the dust, but otherwise, you're pretty much essentially getting the same guy. So I don't know, it's not really a big deal. But if it is true, okay, cool. We got that version of it. By the way, anyone thinking, oh, we're going to get a G1 redeco of it, I think that's a little too much, considering that it's going to be an inaccurate Devastator. Some people might not want that. I'm sure there's a few people that do, but for anyone who really wants to go after an accurate Studio Series version, I mean, that's going to look out of place with all your other Studio Series figures, so I just don't feel like that's going to happen anytime soon. But I don't know. It's just, I don't need it. It's cool that it exists if it is true. But if you notice, the plastic bubble is a different size. The insert is a different size compared to the box. I don't know if there's a second transparent thing to where Mixmaster and all the other parts go into, but the Devastator box itself looks more square, and then the bubble is an obvious rectangle. Now, some of the images show a different size. One seems wider, one seems, thinner. So it seems to have stretched out. So maybe that's what's playing with my mind. But it doesn't look legitimate to me. I don't know. It could be. It very well could be. I mean, Devastator with the dust on the feet, pretty big indication that's real. I don't know at this moment. Even when Devastator is fake, props to the guy for making the plastic thing for the package. Yeah. And again, I could be entirely wrong. I'm not saying it's 100% fake. That's why I talked about it in the video. I don't really go and talk about every single rumor that comes out because a lot of them are fake. There was a whole listing of Studio Series figures that we were supposed to get and listed off all the names and all the waves. I decided, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it because I just don't think it's legitimate. Turns out it wasn't legitimate. They said that I think Dino and Q was supposed to be out between wave 5 and 7 of Studio Series, and we still haven't gotten that yet. And what are we up to, wave 10, 11? So, yep, I don't think that seems to be the case. So, as much as people say that, oh, I just believe every single rumor out there, no, just because I'm talking about a rumor doesn't mean, one, I believe it, and two, there's a lot of rumors that do spread around that I don't talk about. There was a rumor a while back that we were supposed to get a War for Cybertron game, and at some point, everyone believed it. At some point, people didn't doubt it, and the fact that we haven't gotten a War for Cybertron game makes people think, oh, it must be canceled or delayed, or what happened to that game? It seems to me that no game was ever going to happen in the first place. If we are, maybe it will come out later during Kingdom, but I don't think that's going to be their focus because they already have a Netflix series going around. I feel like they don't need a game for it. Anyways, teach me your ways, Mr. Fanpage. My ways are just mumble and fumble and see what happens. No, a game was not planned. Oh, the Fire Brothers is here. Hello. I'm telling you this, guys. The rumor about the game was false. There's no game. Or at least as far as I know. Because there, one, hasn't been any more information about it. And to anyone thinking, well, there wasn't a lot of information with the Netflix series for a year until it came out. Okay, the Netflix series was, one, in development, and two, was officially announced on their Twitter and Rooster Teeth and all this. All the companies that were involved, it was announced. The game was on TFW 2005 or some other places, and it looked like people just slapped together a whole bunch of different stuff to make it look official. In fact, can't remember exactly what I said, but I did say something to debunk it. Now, before any news comes out that, oh, maybe it is official, because I guess we're getting some convention later on this year, it could be. It could be real, could be true, and I could be talking out of my ass. But what I'm saying is, don't just believe the rumor just because it's out there. And to the people thinking that, oh, or going out to blame Hasbro because there is no game that they apparently announced, they never announced it. I could definitely say this, they never announced a game. And by the way, even if there was a game coming out, I feel like the announcement would have happened by now. Because when the rumor was coming out, they made it look official. Like, everything going up for this was just about ready to come out to just make at least the announcement that this game is happening. Still haven't seen anything about it. Yes, we're getting Transformers Battlegrounds. If you count that as being the game, oh, there it is. But it's not tied to Generations. It's more tied to Cyberverse. Yeah, I don't really talk about sightings too much. I'm not in the U.S., so I don't really care that Earthrise Megatron showed up somewhere. But, you know, look for it, I guess. Yeah, still gonna see about getting Overlord. Overload, God. Those two names really bother me. Do you ever just want to say Overload, but say Overlord? Or want to say Overlord and say Overload? Or at least fumble on the word because you're like Overlord. Activision no longer has the rights to transform. Exactly. It was a whole article thing that showed this whole description of the game. And I looked up to see if any of these companies had worked on any game previously. And what I found is one of the companies had worked on a Transformers game before, but it wasn't really a big deal. Maybe that's the connection to Battleground, because that doesn't look like a big deal, but I'm not sure who does Battleground anyway, so whatever. Anyways, so I found out that one of the companies did have some stuff with Hasbro and the games, but hadn't done anything in a while. And I looked up some of the descriptions that were being available. Like, there were different paragraphs pretty much explaining, okay, what's going on in the game. The first part, I believe, was War for Cybertron in general. Or, no, I think it was that, or either saying that this game is going to be officially released, or blah, blah, blah. One of the descriptions was about the companies and the people involved with the game. And then the other description was the Siege War for Cybertron in general. Or not necessarily Siege, but War for Cybertron. And so I did a little digging. The description for the companies being involved was taken from another description. The description for the game and War for Cybertron itself was taken from the Hasbro website. I don't think it's real. The reason why I'm saying this is not to say that the game's not going to happen, because one of these days, it could. And I'm pretty sure that if there is a game, it probably is unrelated to this, but I couldn't say for sure. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is not to say, oh, this is definitely fake. I believe it's fake. I'm not saying it's definitely fake. I mean, eventually we're going to get a game, I think. But the point that I'm trying to say is, don't look at a rumor and think, what is Hasbro doing, when it never happens? Because it probably won't happen. Because it's a rumor. They're called rumors for a reason. So anyone like that rant? 10-year anniversary, and I'm ranting about a game that doesn't exist. Beta. Oh, Kato's. Kato. I don't know why I said your name like that. Kato Collection. Kato's Collection. I'm having an overlord moment right now. Yeah, just to clarify, it's my 10th anniversary of the Facebook page, not necessarily the YouTube channel. Which, by the way, I'm so thankful that people are coming in. For some reason, I've been having a pretty poor time with monetization today, and I don't know why. But yeah, I think this might help. It's not that I'm saying, oh, I'm in it all for the money, give me money, but I was having a slow day anyway, so I think this will help bump it up. Oh, I also have to make a point. So, people went to my previous podcast episode and kept telling me, oh, this is age restricted. Why is it age restricted? One, I mean, the title says 18 plus to begin with, so you could assume that maybe the content isn't necessarily for a younger audience or kids or anything like that. The second thing I want to make a point is, this isn't the only episode that's been 18 plus, so I don't know why this is a new thing for some people. And the third thing is, yes, I am very aware that it's age restricted. In fact, I'm the one that put it for age restricted. Where's the anniversary cake? It's right in front of you. Am I Bruce Banner? Always angry. Speaking of Hulk, have you seen the 2003 film? Yes, I've seen it. My opinion is this. Okay. Dark of the Moon was still filming around this time 10 years ago. Yep. In fact, I remember that was some of the first stuff that we talked about, because I had this kind of web series, much like TF Talk, where I just bring up a whole bunch of news. It was really poorly made. It was all in Windows Movie Maker. But anyways, I would post some of the new stuff, and I remember some of the earliest stuff was the first TV spot to Dark of the Moon. God, when Super Bowl happens, that's 10 years since we've seen the first footage of Dark of the Moon. No, actually, no, it's not, because I think coming up later in the year, that's the first Dark of the Moon footage, but aside from the teaser from that Moon trailer, the actual footage of, seeing the Transformers and Optimus Prime and all of them, the first TV spot is going to be 10 years old. Jeez. My weird Justin Bieber hair. Let's see. What do you think they're going to do after War for Cybertron Trilogy? I have no idea. I'm not really focused on that. I'm hoping Armada, because I think we need to expand outside of G1 for a while. As I said before, we're going to go back to G1 Swerve and Optimus Prime and all this and that, but we are so heavily based right now with Earthrise on G1 characters that when you go after that, what do? Do you go back and retread the Optimus Prime, Megatron, blah, 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 that's already pretty much perfected this design? I mean, I feel like they could do something else, but I feel like people are going to be satisfied enough with their Optimus Primes, Megatrons, Bumblebees, blah, 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 that they're not going to need the updated versions of them. I feel like there's a reason to get the original generation stuff, like Thrilling 30 and Classics, Universe Classic stuff, because there was a certain element of a redesign for a lot of those toys. But nowadays, you have a lot of the characters that are very heavily based on their G1 looks. It's like, okay, we have a G1 style design that's detailed in a way that's not exactly G1, but is stylized in a different way, slightly different way, but you can still recognize, oh, that's Hoist, that's Thundercracker, that's blah, blah, blah. But then you go into the Earthrise and the Siege. Okay, now we got a Generations version that does look like their Generation 1 version. Not exactly accurate, but it's pretty much as close as you're going to get. If we went closer, I just feel like it'd be kind of redundant. So at that point, what do you go for? You know, what do you do afterwards? Eventually, we'll go back to G1 style Optimus Prime. I'm sure of it. And it will probably be 10 times better than Earthrise. And we'll say, oh, God, remember when we said the Earthrise was like a masterpiece? Now there's this. But for right now, I just don't know what they could do with the G1 style Optimus Prime without retreading too much of the ground or being just redundant. So I feel like at a certain point, we need to expand outside of that and go for Armada, Energon, blah, blah, blah. We could still mix in some of the G1 characters, like I said. You know, we could still have Huffer, you know, redone for Generations to where he actually looks like Huffer, as well as a bunch of other characters. But I just feel like at a certain point, we need to bring in that Armada Optimus Prime, like we saw the gray prototype for. By the way, the reason why the thumbnail has the War for Cybertron Soundwave is because some of our first news that we brought up on the Facebook page was for the War for Cybertron Soundwave, Megatron, I believe the Dark Mount, and the Generations original Red Alert. Those were the first news stories that we actually talked about on the page. So, man, it's been 10 years since those things were announced. It's been 10 years since Generations has been around. Probably more than that. Do you remember when Generations was only deluxes and that's what they were doing? Because it was coming off of Universe Classics. They didn't want to make it too big. So what they did was they mostly did Generations. We had sprinkles of other things like Minicons. I think there was some other stuff going on. But the main focus was those deluxe class figures that would have the new molds. We didn't have Voyagers. We didn't have Leaders. If we did, they were going to be exclusives. And I think that we only got them in GDO. It wasn't until the Follow Cybertron game where I believe we got Voyagers. And it wasn't until Thrilling 30 Jetfire when we got Leaders. Nowadays, we got Battlemasters, Micromasters, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, Commander, Titans. We got Unicron coming out. I want to grab a Halo figure, but I'm not sure what. What type of Halo figure will I grab? Join us as we figure it out. Because I have no idea. I picked it. This is a figure I had to fix, actually, because the ball joint section had broken off. But, see if the joints still work. Yeah, the joints still work. Okay, good. But the waist of this little guy had snapped off, which I realize now I could have just replaced with my, with one of the other figures I have. But anyways. Orange Centurion Spartan. That's the one I decided to grab. Which, by the way, the waist thing is tilted for some reason, but I'm not going to worry about that or fix it because I don't want it snapping. But yeah. Very cool. I love the Halo line. And thanks to Justin, by the way, who I want to mention. Justin is apparently going to help me get a lot of the Halo figures. That's, well, I don't want to say a lot. But quite a few Halo figures that completely skipped out here. I know that I believe he said, I think the red stinger, but I could be wrong about that. I think the yellow flame marine, but again, I could be wrong about that. I think the clear air assault, could be wrong about that. I know that from someone I'm getting a gold Spartan. I believe that I'm getting a green Elite, which is cool. Those are all from the 10th anniversary lineup. I'm sorry for talking about Halo. I know a lot of people don't really care for that. Just let me talk about it for a minute so that I can let it out. But anyways, so I'm getting those, I believe. I could be wrong about those. I could have been mistaken or misheard things. But I believe the 5-pack of Floods and the Covenant Cruiser are coming to me. So that's going to be fun. Hello, Ultimus. All right, there. Talked about Halo. If anyone, again, has any questions about Halo, I'm really liking Halo right now. The reason why is because, I'll quickly say this. For the past year or a couple of years, we haven't really gotten much of Halo, and it's been upsetting, so that's why I've been so heavily focused on Transformers. But now, with Halo Infinite, well, it was supposed to come out this year, but it's been delayed to next year. But with the Halo Infinite set still releasing, I've been really into the line, so. Yeah, I wish we had a Dollar General out here, because in Canada we don't, and I have missed so many Halo sets because they've been apparently appearing in Dollar General. They were supposed to appear in Dollarama, at least I think so. Never got here, so never found them. Brian, do you collect Mega Blocks? I probably have, excluding Bionicle, and that's questionable at this point, I probably have more Mega Blocks and Mega Constructs than Lego. You know, I don't mind Lego. I like Lego. That's my camera tilted. There we go. I like Lego. I like Lego a lot as a friend. But I like some of the lines from Mega Blocks and Mega Constructs a little bit more. I grew up with the Mega Blocks Dragons and the Halo line. I've always wanted a building block series of Halo figures. Even though I wasn't into the games, I just thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool. And a lot of people wanted Lego to do that. I'm so glad they didn't, and they went straight for Mega Blocks and Mega Constructs. Wow, there are Halo video games. Are you telling me that the Halo video games are video games? I did not know that the Halo games were video games. I'm being sarcastic. Don't take offense to that. I've seen figure packs on Halo. Yes, those are mostly skipped. So, 10th anniversary, never saw any of them. Stormbound, never saw any of them. A New Dawn, never saw any of them. Clash in the Ring, never saw any of them. Halo Heroes is super bad out here. We've had... Okay, so a lot of collectors will understand this one. I know I'm losing views at this point. A lot of collectors will understand this. So, for the Heroes line, we've had Series 3. And we moved on to Series 4. And then, after that, everyone else started moving to Series 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blah, blah, blah. And I was excited to get those when they release. Our stores decided, hey, we're going to go back to Series 3 for 3 years. We had Series 3. At least I think it was 3 years. Definitely felt like 3 years. So, yeah, that was a pain. Once in a while, we would get, oh, here's Series 8, here's Series 9. But they only appear once, and then, you know, they got rid of them quickly. And then we went back to Series 3. Isn't that annoying? It's like, when Transformers, you know, you get a new wave, and then suddenly they went back to the old wave. All right. Enough of Halo. Transformers. People like Transformers here. We should talk about Transformers. COD or TMNT? No, I don't really get those. I'm not into Call of Duty. That's cheap. Would you buy a Marvel Legends figure of yourself? Probably. You could imagine the Halo troopers as the Nest soldiers from Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. You can easily do that with these. I will. Okay, I'll bring this up, but only because you tied it to Transformers. If you're gonna do that, I recommend this pack. You get 3 Marines that look like, hey, they could be Nest. Or the Yankee Squad. Do you like Gunpla? I have some Gunpla stuff, but I just never really focused on it. We'll be back after these messages. Da, 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 da. We are back after these messages. Da, da. I don't know what that was. All right, see you to you, Fan Geek. I know it's probably because I'm talking about Halo at this point. Okay, the only Mega Constructs thing I buy is mostly Halo now, and Breakout Bees. What if they made a new combiner system? I would cry, because then the whole line is going to be full of that, and I'm tired of combiners. In fact, when they did Piranhacon, I was like, okay. Like, I don't really care about Piranhacon at this point. What do you with the slime with the Breakout Bees? What do I do with the slime on the Breakout Bees? I put them in the eggs for storage. I've been wanting to do some videos. I got to film a review for Ectotron at some point, and I was tempted to use the slime, but then I realized, do I really want to put the slime on that thing? Maybe on the... Maybe I'll pull it out and put the Slimer on it, but other than that, I don't know. They would have done the combiners better than Combiner Wars. Yeah, you say that, but they might not. They might do worse. And now for our musical guest, Hands. I don't know what that joke was. That was really cringe. I don't know what to do right now. I should also mention this. That's not Transformers related. Anyone curious about my opinion on Playmobil? I don't care for Playmobil. So, growing up, I always wanted one just to see how they are, but I didn't really necessarily care for them. I thought the sets were interesting-ish, but in a way that's like... a lot of the sets I see look like generic firehouses and stuff like that. I can't necessarily say for sure because I haven't really looked at them for a while, but they look like generic toys. Which I think that's why people don't really care for Playmobil. It's most of the figures that are interesting because at least those are kind of unique. But I bought some packs because they were $1.50 and I wanted to try them just to see how they are. And now that I bought them, I just don't care. I want to experience a Playmobil figure, and some of the things on it is kind of cool. It's kind of weird seeing the cop figure have an actual gun. It's kind of weird, but I just didn't really give a shit. I don't know. They're not exciting. They're not like Lego or anything. And I'm not necessarily mad at them. It's just, it's really not my thing. But then again, these aren't going to be everyone's thing. Halo's not going to be everyone's thing. And here I am talking about those. What are some Transformers who you think should be reassigned as mercenaries in War for Cybertron? I think that Cybertron Downshift, Armada Wheeljack, that'd be a good one. And Sideways, and G1 Action Master Slicer, and Rad, don't know why you're saying so many ands, would fit. I think that Sideways, I don't know. I don't want to see Sideways as that, but I feel like he wouldn't fit an Autobot and Decepticon anyway, so mercenary it is. He definitely wouldn't be a Quintesson, I can tell you that. Armada Wheeljack, yeah, that's one I want to see. Cybertron Downshift, I don't know. I don't really feel like that fits. Slicer would be cool. I would like to see Slicer in that. As far as other characters, Dreadwing. I think he would be nice. Trying to think. I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thinking hour with T-Fad Page 101. Maybe a Seeker would be cool to see as a mercenary. I don't know. Just thought. I would like to see. I'm really trying to think here. You've got me thinking in my chair of thinking. I'm looking at my collection, and I could pretty much choose from anyone, but I'm not going to search up every single freaking name out there. I wonder if Nemesis Prime would work as a mercenary. Let's see. If they ever put Nitro, that'd be cool, but I don't think he would fit. Obviously, Lockdown, I think, would fit. Axor. Axor would be one. Arachnid, but I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know why my voice cracked. Lugnut would definitely not be. Tankor, I feel like they could do as a mercenary instead of a Viacon if they wanted to go that route. Obsidian and Strega. Could you imagine we get a new Terror Dive and Tomahawk? I want a Snowcat. I want a Snowcat. I want a Demolisher. Grown-ass man. I want toys. Drift. That'd be another one. Start him off as a mercenary instead. Hey, Dad. How are you? Are you proud of your son saying, I want toys with all this behind him? Thank God this is still going. Justin, I was just mentioning you. I had mentioned Halo stuff and how you were helping me out with a lot of the sets or a lot of the figures I couldn't find. Shouldn't say a lot. But at least a few of the figures. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm really warm right now. I do not like summer. At a point. Yeah, I was mentioning that you were helping me out with those because. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I get this wrong, or if I'm mistaken what you said in the video, then please correct me, because I don't want to get the information wrong. I believe you said the Red Stinger, and the Flame Marine. Those are two that I wasn't sure about. I did hear about the Green Elite, which is the one that I'm excited for. Hi, bees, peeps. That's what I'm gonna call them now. The AC Air Assault, that's one that I was kind of confused by, and then the Gold Spartan, I'm either getting from you or River. So, but and then also the Flood 5-pack and the Cruiser. Am I not mistaken on those? If I am, then please correct me, because. Also, I wanted to mention I did find codes for the mystery packs, so. Justin, if you need codes for anything, let me know and I can send them. I have them all written down on paper, but I could just send them to you anyways. I'm on Instagram. And again, sorry that I'm posting a lot of Halo on Instagram. Ooh, someone liked a whole bunch of my stuff. Sir.who.118 just liked a whole bunch of my posts. I kind of feel bad for not shouting people out who like all my Instagram posts. It's not that I don't appreciate you, it's just I don't really know how to do much on Instagram, so congratulations on 10 years. Thank you. Yes, 10 years of my Facebook page. That's a lot. I can imagine Larry Arts as Yoda, Brian as Obi-Wan, and Dr. Lockdown as Anakin. You were the chosen one! Yes, those are the ones I've got for you. Okay, good. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that those were the ones. Because I had mentioned that you were helping me a ton with those. Because, again, those waves, they never appeared here. And I don't know why. Hello! Thank you for the congrats. I was just watching PvP's SS Topspin review. Oh, he's got one now? And he holds together better than SS Roadbuster and his leg problem. Oh, thank God. I did not realize that. Thank you for mentioning that he has a review out now. I'm just searching it up so that I can share it. Come on. Is Tenet still coming out? Also, don't know why when I go to my search, the first few things that come up aren't my new searches. It's titles for some of my videos. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh yeah, now I'm excited for Cliff Jumper. Yeah, someone mentioned that. Which, by the way, I'm so glad that I was able to get those deluxes in time before someone reviewed the follow-up wave, because I've been so behind on those. And the funny part is, I scheduled those reviews. Come on. I have to add it to 2 pages. Oof. How's everyone doing tonight? While I try to post the... Hey! Stop that. There we go. Is this awkward yet? Congratulations, buddy. So proud of this kid. Which kid? Yeah, I can still call him that. My baby boy. Jar Jar. Let's see. Share. Come on. There we go. I did it. By the way, I got this phone case, and I needed a phone for a long time. A new one, because my old one is completely outdated. So glad I got this, but I already got a crack in it, so it's official. It's my phone. That's why I said when I noticed it was like, that's official. Go ahead and send me those codes. I don't want to get doubles or triples. Yep, that's fine. I'll have to type that to you later, but I do have them written out on paper. So I just have to type. I'm going to type them out anyways. So in case you don't know why the codes are on the bags, it helps getting the different... Yeah, I know. Brian is 10 years old? Wow, that's 11 years older than me. Oh, there's the dab. Does Brian still wear his... How do you wear a... That doesn't make sense to me. And was he born with a beard? Can't buy you nice things, can we? Well... Smash. I'm your father's brother, college roommate, stepbrother's cousin. I got that wrong. If he was 10, he wouldn't have facial... I think he's making a joke. Rickety roll, I will now eat your soul. Mmm, delicious soul. Mmm, yum. Taste the beating heart of a goat. Mmm. I don't know what to do right now. I'm just trying to think, hey, is there something fun you could do? And I'm just like, oh, hey! Yeah, we're talking about Mega Block stuff that I got. I almost completely forgot my dragons. I have a few of them right here. Most of them are in storage, though, but I got quite a bit on the side of me. I also have an incomplete Shock Blast. The reason why I got this is because all the hinges are still fine. So, well, for the most part. So, if I needed to replace my other one, I got that. So, it's not worried. Or autistic people don't understand jokes. Okay, I'm autistic. And I get what you mean by that, but not everyone is the same. But I get what you mean. But yes, it is a joke. I'm back. Did I miss anything? You missed me doing something cringy, I guess. Trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of something. You might know what. I got one. Hey everyone, the Fire Brothers here again. My brother couldn't be here today because he went to McDonald's. He was their 1 millionth customer, and all he got was an extra thing of fries. He's just finishing off the fries, so he couldn't be here. Here you go. That one's for free. Brian for Prime Minister of Canada. Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, this could start a Twitter war. Shock Blast was mentally insane. Okay. I have autism. My girlfriend has autism. I'm mad at which hurt. I'm autistic and I sometimes get jokes. Yeah, again, it's not for everyone. I do understand what he means by that, and I do understand that if he doesn't get it, but what I was just saying was that's not for everyone because it made it sound like just autistic people in general, but everyone's kind of different. So I saw your Twitter. How in the actual F did you get to see Sonic 2 early? Yeah. You know what's the funny part is that people kept telling me, oh, well, it's based on your searches, so what have you been looking up? And it's like, I guess Sonic, because I don't really go for those videos. But yeah, I think people were actually speculating that I was watching those type of videos, and it's like, no. Brian, I think we might be long lost brothers. I'll explain later. We could. Possible. Let's see. Brian showed us Energon Shock Blast. Okay. Brian. Oh, I already read that. What is the scariest thing that happened to you? The other day. Which I don't. Now you've got me paranoid again. I was filming the Sideswipe review and I had to stop at a certain point. It's not even finished filming because a big brown spider started racing across my floor. And it started hiding underneath my chair, hid underneath my table. The funny part about this was I had my laptop up here and I had a fan up here because it's flipping warm. and it had all these Transformers toys, including MP Soundwave, my Dark Blue Moon Sideswipe, which I don't want to break, and the Studio Series Ironhide. I had to shake the table because I was trying to get the thing to pretty much be squished by the legs of the table. Didn't happen. It ran off under my shelves now, but I'm not going near that. And most of the figures that were set up here, there were a few more, had all fallen down. I also had Berserker, Crowbar, and Barricade up here. And I think a few other little things. But yeah, a whole bunch of them fell, and I was like, they probably broke, but I want to kill that freaking spider. I do not like spiders. Yeah, I don't get why people say autism is a sickness. It's not. It really isn't. Duh. A lizard? Ugh. I can't imagine. I like Spider-Man, but I don't like spiders. That was Boris. He's a new addition to the family. Be nice to your brother, Brian. Yeah, well, I'm about to put Boris in a cup or something. You know what's the funny part is that I had killed another spider that was trying to get into my room early on, and that thing was huge. This thing could have eaten it. You hate fuck spiders? It's kind of weird. See, now you got me paranoid. I was tempted to whip a stick around underneath my shelf to get at it, but then I realized I don't want that thing jumping at me. My legion of spiders. If anyone remembers that. No, okay, let me tell you the size of this thing. The body was about that big, and then the legs and everything were about, let's say, that big? Yeah. I don't like spiders. In fact, I'm bringing up my legs so that it doesn't crawl on my toes and start nibbling. What is your favorite thing in your collection of Bionicle Mega Bloks Transformers? I could try and pinpoint something from each, but I don't know everything. So for Halo, I think my favorite thing so far is Warthog Run, which let's see if I can pull out a picture. I'm gonna look at my shelf to see. I mean, I got the UNSC Mammoth. That thing is huge. If anyone's seen it, I don't want to pick it up because it's probably got a spider underneath it. The box up there, the big huge box, that's what the Mammoth came in. Let's see. I'm just searching these up so that you can get a reference to what I'm talking about. But I think the Warthog Run is probably the best looking Warthog. I don't like the suspension on it, but otherwise, I really like it. I don't know. I like the Vulture. I like the Banshee Blitz. I think that's what it's called. So it's banished. All right. Let's see. And this is the first thing I reviewed on the other channel, so I'm gonna move that. Okay, well, here we'll have to deal with the URL in the way, but there's the Warthog Run. I couldn't grab it from my shelf because it's not on the shelf. It's in the other room. But yeah, gorgeous looking set. So yeah, that's probably my favorite from Mega Constructs and Mega Blocks right now. Although I have to look at my shelf and really dig deep to find. Oh, $5 from the Alfonso Nation. Thank you so much for that. Wow. I was not expecting that. Let's see what you said. Yo, big congrats on the anniversary milestone. It's for the Facebook page, not the YouTube channel. I just want to clarify. But the Facebook page that started the YouTube channel, yeah, that's what started this. Big congrats on the anniversary milestone. You're one of the funniest TF creators I've known. Best wishes to you going forward. Cheers. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that too. Wow, that definitely means a lot. Hey, Jason. A bunch of people are coming now. And I was going to be like, this live stream is probably boring. Might as well turn it off. Now I'm like, yeah, now that people are coming in, I'm like, let's talk more. So we were going through my favorite things from different collections. And for Halo, Mega Blocks, and Mega Constructs, I chose the Warthog Run as my favorite Halo set. Don't know if I know the focus is terrible on this thing. I was also talking about how paranoid I am because I saw a huge spider crawl across my floor the other day, and I was like I was filming a review, and I had to stop at a certain point. And after this live stream, I'm gonna film the rest of it. All right, so that's my favorite Halo thing. Now, favorite Transformer. It was for a while the Universe Classics Onslaught toy, because that thing is gorgeous. But nowadays, I really don't know. I've gotten so many Transformers that I can't really pinpoint an exact thing. But what I'll say is this. I'm really liking the War for Cybertron Jetfire. I'm not sure it's my favorite, but I could be wrong about that. So far, I'm having the most fun with that. I think it's a perfect size. It's exactly what I want for a Jetfire. So, yeah. I think that maybe it's that. But I'm not entirely sure right now. But it is such a good figure. I'm looking at the rest and trying to see, okay, what beats it. I mean, I like my Masterpiece Shockwave, and he's probably in the top 10, but I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to say Siege Jetfire for right now. Also because I paid less than half the price for that. So, yay. Favorite Bionicle. So, I guess my original Toa Liwa is pretty cool, but I don't know if that's my favorite right now. I like my Liwa Fantoka figure. I just like Liwa in general. But I don't know what is my favorite overall Bionicle set. Because growing up, I just had, I love Bionicle in general, so I don't, I'm not picky. I don't really have an absolute favorite, but I think out of everything, I don't know. I'm just looking at my shelf, and I can't pinpoint any specific thing. I just like all of them in general. Yeah. I like Antros. He's pretty cool. My Accelera T9, that's probably amazing. Probably amazing. It is amazing. No. I like Borox. Is this fun? G2 Bionicle, I think my favorite. I don't know. I like the original Tahoe. I think it's probably G2, the second Onua. I think that's probably my favorite out of them. I don't know. Okay, anyways. It was asked, so I brought it up. I remember the time Brian drank eggnog in his Canadian reviewer video of NPM Hallis. You know, when you started that off, I felt like maybe I did. Everyone in the chat, do the Parakarat. Okay, I'm fine with that. Direwolf spider. Oh, God, just any spider. It was a big brown spider. That's all I could say. Brown spider on my brown floor. Not fun. I'm not scared of clowns. I almost don't get the fear of clowns. If it's some strange guy in makeup with a knife that's just standing there, then yes, they're terrifying. But when it's like some kid entertainer of some fat dude in his 40s, it's a guy in makeup. Not all rap music is bad. You know what? Paraka rap. Lego is better than Mega Constructs. Mega Constructs has cool sets, but some of them are very cheaply made. Are you sure about that? Because I think a lot of the Mega Construct stuff is way better than we're getting from Lego. It's not like Lego is bad, but at least Mega Constructs, they don't suffer with different colored parts that might get in the way. It's mostly consistent colors. Like, you get a green vehicle, you're going to get green parts. You know. May have invited some folks from Instagram. Oh, really? I'm going to have to see that for a second here. Instagram. One message. Mention you in a story. There it is! It's confirmed. He did it! And then that turned off. He did it, ladies and gentlemen. He did it! Thank you so much for not only the $5. That's amazing enough. But now the shout out, you're helping me out a lot. God, I wish there was something special I could do right now, but I just don't know what I could do. I keep going to Mega Constructs Halo on my Transformers channel. I'm like, maybe I should focus on Transformers, especially considering this is an anniversary stream. Maybe that's something I should. Yeah. Oh, the Alpha. I can't even say his name right. The Alfonso Nation is here. Nice. Yep. You're in for a scare. Reader, viewer, beware. You're in for a scare. Dun, 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 dun. What is there to talk about? You want to know what kind of tripod I use? Here it is. It's a big tripod. You want to know what camera I use? It's a camera. Okay, question. Is it weird to be afraid of elevators? No, I am afraid of elevators. I hate stepping into them. Like, an elevator will just do its normal thing, and I'll panic. I'm not sure if this is content anymore. Don't you mean escalators? No, escalators I'm fine with. It's elevators. I cannot handle being boxed in or being put in a place where I just can't get out of. So elevators, I'm not fond of, and Yeah, escalators I'm fine with because I can just walk them up if I can, if I need to. For a while I was scared of escalators, but they're too much fun for me that I'm just like, I don't know. The last time I was on an escalator, so when I was back at home, uh, we had a huge mall and they would have escalators everywhere. So I was used to them. But the last time I was on an escalator, I didn't know how to get off. I was just like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? Eventually I managed, of course, but there was I mean, it wasn't embarrassing or anything like that. It was just a moment of, oh shit, what now? uh, did I watch season 3 of Stranger Things? Not only did I watch season 3, but I watched season 1 and 2 and then 3. Yes, I did watch Stranger Things. I love the show. It's not the most irrational fear. It's really not. I mean, elevators, you're stuck in a box pretty much. You have no way to get out if it breaks down. I'm a diabetic, so I want to be somewhere where if there's an issue, I can do something about it and manage it. Being in a box elevator doesn't give you a lot to work with. I have a fear of heights. My mom has a fear of heights. New study shows that people with socialization issues respond poorly to being trapped in underwater elevators. Underwater elevators. Uh, did you know that without saliva, your stomach would eat itself? So don't forget to tie your shoes. Oh yeah, okay. I've never flown on a plane, and part of me is like, I don't want to, because again, you're boxed into a certain place. Uh, but at the same time, I want to go on a plane just so that I can say I've been on a plane. I for a long time I thought, oh, this is going to be my ultimate fear, being on a plane. But nowadays, I'm like, I don't think it would be that bad. I don't know. The worst thing is if you're in an elevator and the cables. Why'd you have to say that? Oh, the Fire Brothers, $2. How much? How much for you to do this? To sing the full Paraka rap? I have to look up the lyrics again because when I was a kid. By the way, thank you, Alfonso, for sharing the stream. Let's see. Are you requesting so that it'd be put in a video? Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but I did a whole my brother couldn't be here thing early on in the video. I can't do the music because I'm not sure if it's copyrighted. Yo, yo, Paraka. Yo, yo, Paraka. The gang's on the loose. Nothing you could do. The beast on the move. Bully coming through. Trigger, tracer, drifter coming through. At the snake that makes Paraka crew. Yo, yo, Paraka. The gang on the loose. Nothing you could do. You could try, but why? You know you're gonna lose. Yo, yo, Paraka. Paraka on the street. It's time. Tick-tock. Tick-tocka. The gang on the loose and in your school locker. Someone was tired that day. At your home too, in your friend's room, nothing you could do. The gang is on the loose. Paraka, go Paraka. Paraka, go Paraka. Oh, there is more. They just decided to put ads in the middle of it. Oh. Yo, yo, Paraka. Yo, rap to the beat. The gang is on the loose. Paraka in the street. That's a lot of heat. The trigger, tracer, drifter, the snake, the beast, the bully, all that makes Paraka. Yo, yo, Paraka. And then this is going to be cringy. Paraka, go Paraka. Paraka, go Paraka. Paraka, go Paraka. Maraca, go Paraka. Hey, yo, go Paraka. Let's go. Go Paraka. Oh, Paraka. Go Paraka. Go Paraka. I screwed that up. Hey, yo, go Paraka. Go Paraka. Go Paraka. Let's go. Go Paraka. Hey, yo, go Paraka. Hey, Peter. Go Paraka. Hey, Peter. Yo, I rap to the beat. The gang's on the loose. Baraka in the street. That's a lot of heat. The trigger, tracer, drifter, the snake, the beast, the bully. All that makes Baraka. My brother couldn't be here today. He was taken by the Baraka and was ordered to do the Baraka rap. Clap. One clap. That deserved one clap. Show us your best collection item. That one? I don't know. I mean, I got Masterpiece Shockwave. That's a cool one. I got Masterpiece Optimus Prime. I got Studio Series Ironhide. Bionicle. I've got, well, just Bionicle, I guess. Halo. I got these two rare Cyan Spartans. I got an exclusive Gray Spartan. I got a lot of the old sets. I got a Scorpion. I got most of the drop pods. Any rares or exclusives from the mystery bags that I have. I like toys. You know what? I'm going to grab a Halo set because I feel like it. And also, I haven't really played or messed around with this so much. Oh, cool. The little antenna thing just fell out. That was fun. I think the antenna is broken anyways. Yeah, it is. These things are weird. You put something on the back there. Favorite NPM. So far it's Barricade, oddly enough. And the weird part about Barricade is he is not accurate whatsoever. Not whatsoever. He is accurate. He's got parts that are accurate. What are you talking about, Brian? You're stupid. Anyways, what I meant to say was the elbows aren't accurate whatsoever. Because the way the toy functions, his elbow is right here. Told McDoom. Yes, that's the other channel I've got. Aha, you remember. Told McDoom. Doom Constructs. We're talking about Halo. Oh, this thing is squeaky. I may or may not like Halo. Even though I've never played any of the games, these sets are too good. T-Fan Page Baraka Rap coming soon to a theater not here. What a sham that it broke. And Fire Brothers new vids. Oh. Fire Brothers put a... Should I donate to ask him to do that? To do what? I'm not sure what you're asking. Oh, to do the Baraka rap? I'm not doing a full cover, right? Because I would have to use the music from it, and I don't want to get copyright strike from it. That is, if that would happen. I'm not even sure. I don't think you can, from the Baraka rap, make your own music. I want to make my own music, but I don't have a program for that. People keep inviting me to programs to do that, and every time I go to one, it's just not a program I want to use because I have to, do stuff and work around it. So yeah, it's just the whole thing. If anyone knows of a program where you can just make your own music and maybe they have beats that you can use, let me know. But I don't know any of them. I just shared the stream on my Instagram page. Thank you, Justin. I'll go see that too. Used to make tracks in FL Studio, then I abandoned the hobby completely. That part was broken a while back, and I don't even think it came from this. I think I'm missing the antenna, and I just put that in. Hey, there it is. Gosh. Come and join Brian's stream as we. That's not how you spell celebrate. Celebrate is CELEB, not CALIB. Just a quick correction. It's Facebook pages 10-year anniversary. I like how in the post it says for one of the comments, and it's your comment too. I took off my shoe and said, "Fuck you, now die." Out of context, that's kind of funny. Any future goals for the channel? Any ideas you might explore? Good question. So what I want to do for the YouTube channel is I'm trying to get all these reviews done that would come out throughout the year. The reason why I want to do that is so that I can work on other content. I like doing reviews. That was autocorrect being a bitch again. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. But anyways, Brian wants to collab with PewDiePie. I probably would, but just to say that I have. But yes, so I'm focusing a lot on trying to make reviews that would come out throughout the year. In fact, I was trying to work on the Sideswipe review before I got interrupted by some creepy crawling. But anyways, I say anyways too often. The reason why I'm doing that is so that I can work on other videos throughout the year. I want to work on my Misfortune Season 2, because that's been written and ready for the past couple of years, and I still haven't done anything about that show. I think it's time that we actually do start some filming and progress with that series. I'm not sure if it's going to be public, though. I think it's going to be restricted to 18 years or older. So, yeah, because there's some, adult humor in it. But we'll just have to wait and see. I also want to work on other series and projects. See, it's not that I want to work on less reviews, but reviews have definitely taken up a lot of my time, and I still enjoy doing that. And a lot of people, it seems, want to hear my opinion on Transformers toys, and I'm so thankful for that. But at the same time, on this channel, I wanted to work on stories, focusing on some of the Transformers characters, some that I might just make up, or some, based on other characters. And there's been a lot of stuff that just gets in the way of that. So I need to sit down and, as much as I like doing reviews, I need to focus on doing something else for a while. Reviews wouldn't go away. Even if I decide, okay, I'm going to slow down on reviews and work on other videos, you're still going to get reviews, no doubt. But the reason why I'm doing the schedule thing is that people can come back at a certain day weekly, and you'll see a new review. Next week is going to be Scrapper from the Studio Series. So anyone curious about the Studio Series Scrapper, aka the best Constructicon I've gotten so far, you'll know my opinion on that. In fact, he's up there right now. And I want to focus on Skids and Mudflap Show. So what I'm kind of planning right now is you need to collab with Rooster Teeth. Yeah. Uh, what I'm considering is okay. I'm doing all these reviews that would come out throughout the year. Then I gotta focus on Misfortune, and then either one of two things or both of these. Vessel, the stop motion short that we planned for I don't know how long. Skids and Mudflap show, because I've been getting more ideas for that. See, the reason why we didn't do Skids and Mudflap show a while back is because, I get ideas for it, but then I kind of stop with those ideas and I draw a blank. But nowadays, I'm finally figuring out what I want to do with that show. And another reason why that show kind of gets delayed is because I have no set for it. I have things for a set that I want to build, but I don't have a good-looking backdrop, and I want to find a way to make a good-looking backdrop. So hopefully I can do that. For right now, yeah. Those are the plans, and then I also want to work on other stories that I might have, because I have a lot of other stories that I want to do. Of course, that wouldn't. I still want to do Misfortune even past season 2, but there's other stories in my head that I want to do. So, also your toy hunts with Leo, hilarious. Oh, you're talking Alfonso. I want to do toy hunts. There you go. That's one thing I want to do. That's how I feel about toy hunts. Feel like I'm becoming the Transformers toy hunter on YouTube when there's other things I would like to get into. That's the thing, is that for my page and my YouTube channel, the reason why I wanted to create this is because I didn't just want to do one thing. People come to me and they see my reviews or my news talk videos, and I don't just want to be that. I want to actually create stories and do stop motions and other animations, and I want to collaborate with other people. I want to work together to make other things, because we can make different things if we all come together. So, and I wanted this channel, the whole point of this channel was to kind of be a hub for Transformers content, by the fans. And I'm hoping that at some point we can actually do that and really get the ball rolling on that. Probably the new Blitzwing Cliff comes. Oh god, that Cliff Jumper looks amazing. I mean, I got the Jeep Bumblebee, so I'm already sold on that. Because that Cliff Jumper is apparently a remold of that Bumblebee. Which is funny, because I imagine that Bumblebee is going to be repainted, or that Cliff Jumper is going to be repainted into Bumblebee, so it kind of goes the other way around as well. So that's going to be funny to see. I mean, there's already a listing for a Studio Series Bumblebee. I'm wearing a giant P helmet, yeah. Well, you don't have to show your face if you don't want. I know I just made that sound like an insult. But, why are my lips so red right now? I just had orange juice. It's kind of weird. But anyways, you don't really have to show your face. You could just point the camera at whatever you're filming and just have it like that. What I was considering doing for toy hunts was that I would film or take pictures of what they have, and then when I get home, I talk about what I find. And then I'll have the video playing either over some of the footage that I film at home or whatever. And the beauty of that is I could probably do that with my toy hauls as well and combine that together. So I could sit there and talk about what I found, but then also show what I just bought, and kind of combine all that. But I don't know, because while I would like to do that, I feel like that's going to take up a lot of time. because with my toy hauls, I kind of want to get them out there right away because I got these on a certain day and I want to release those videos either on the day or the day after. By the way, I also wanted to briefly mention, if you want to see my opening videos where I actually open up a Transformer and be like, hey, this thing exists, cool, you can go to my T-Fan Page Extra channel and find that. I'm leaving, I'm getting bored. Okay, bye. Don't be a dick. That's probably out of context of what you meant, but that came out as being a dick. It's like, oh, you're boring me. Bye. Let's see. BS Prime. Hello. Why did I say hello weird? Hey Brian, would you ever do a ranking video of your Studio Series figures? Because we've seen your top 10 figures from War for Cybertron Siege. I've considered it. But I don't know. I'd have to sit here and really focus and think of what my top figures are. The reason why I did Siege right away was because, one, the show had been coming out, and two, all my Siege figures are in the other room, so I could just sit there and just do whatever. But for Studio Series, a lot of them are here, some of them are in the other room, so it's kind of harder for me to really dictate and examine and really focus on what's my actual top 10. I can tell you that some of the figures that would be on that list most likely is Studio Series Shockwave, Studio Series Ironhide. I don't have to say Studio Series for every single one because they're all Studio Series. So Shockwave, Ironhide. I think the Dark of the Moon style Optimus Prime is a really good value. I like that Megatron. Megatron got remolded into something else, and I can't remember what. Oh, it was the Shockwave. Scrapper is pretty cool. So those are just some of the figures that would likely be on that list. I can't guarantee, but they would likely be on. Oh, Soundwave. Dark of the Moon Soundwave. There's another one. Yeah, you could have just given a respectful goodbye instead of calling the guy boring. Yeah, exactly. I know it sounded like I just snapped on the guy. I didn't mean that, but I mean, it is a dick move to say, I'm leaving, I'm bored. Is it not? Let's see. Why won't Brian read my comments? Bruh. Bruh. Theo and Brian Show. The Theo and Brian Show. Starring Pete. My brother watches your videos more than my own videos. Well, he also knows and lives or has lived with you. So, I mean, he's got the full Fire Brothers experience. When I made toy hunt videos, I only used one hand and I only made a couple of toy hunt videos. And my oldest nephew kind of shows up in the second one. Sorry, got to go. It is currently 12:33 p.m. That's fine. Just as long as you didn't say, I'm bored! Do something funny, man. Okay. Is this... I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I just keep waving my arms thinking, hey, maybe I'll figure out something funny. But then I don't, and I'm just... I don't know. I also tried to merge Brian with Dr. Lockdown, and it was more... Oh, God, don't... I made Brian... It's too cursed. He just sits on the couch and doesn't help with anything. Typical. Pretty sure my brother doesn't even know what Alpha Trion is. Alpha Trion is is what it is it's when Optimus Prime it has a big mood and he takes it out on Bumblebee and pretty much enforces his role as leadership. That's when Alpha Trion is. Let's see. Alpha Trion is the yellow guy who can't talk. Yeah, he talks through the radio. And Megatron is the green Jeep looking guy. And if he asks, which green Jeep? And he's like, yeah, that one. 2:36. Oh god, now everyone's going to be talking about what time it is. Hey Brian, do you think we're going to get the rest of the AoE Dinobots from Studio Series? I don't know. I feel like we should have had at least one of them come out by now because we've gotten Grimlock. I don't feel like we needed a Scorn because the last night's Scorn was pretty much... I mean, you could put that Scorn in Studio Series, but you know, the Strafe and the Slug, I feel like those two should have gotten figures by now. Don't know what's going on with that. You mean that burger at McDonald's? Hello, Transformers Guide Reviews! I probably need sleep. Brian got military training for Prime versus Prime. Alright, see ya, BS Prime. What is the sound of an Alpha Tron? That's the sound. Here's the sound. Hello, the Rookie 360 ODST. Look what I have. Did you see the Earthrise Megatron repaint to G2 Megatron? Yes, I did. We talked about that earlier, and I'm super impressed by that. So glad, because I think the problem with Earthrise Megatron, amongst some of the other things, was that it just looked too boring. I started to realize that it just looked bland, especially compared to the previous Megatron. But then looking at that one, it's like, that's actually kind of cool. So I was questioning how I feel about the mold at that point. Happy 10th anniversary. Thank you! So, in a minute here, I'm going to call it a night. I've got to still film the rest of the Sideswipe review. Boom! And I also have to send Justin those codes. You know, I haven't really messed with this Warthog in a while. I think I got it on clearance, too. God, I miss getting Halo sets on clearance. So much fun. This toy is so squeaky now. These are cool sets. If you guys aren't into the Halo stuff, then that's fine, but I think they do some pretty good stuff. Hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and put your phone in the sink. Take care, dude. Oh, thank you. What is your longest stream? I think 4 hours. But yeah, see ya, and thanks a lot for the donation and the shout out. Congratulations on 10 years. Thank you. 10 years on my Facebook page, not my channel. I'm a Halo fan too. I kind of figured, considering the Rookie 360 ODST is kind of an indication of, Halo. I'll probably go to sleep soon. All right. Congrats. Thank you. On all those fun dudettes. I don't know why I started saying that too. And I was gonna try to stop saying that because it's so weird and kind of lame, but then it just kind of stuck. And all those fun dudettes, and I'll see you guys next time. Weird. Oh, also, I want to mention that tomorrow, I think, you will see an opening video for the Hammerbite Cyberverse figure, which, by the way, I should probably just quickly get. Alright. So the Hammer and Bite figure is kind of nice. This is the Cyberverse Warrior Class Hammer Bite. And it just came out in our stores, and I bought it for $9 because it was on clearance. Now, the gimmick for this figure is you pull down the arm, and then the mouth and this bottom section here, the jaw, will move. The reason why I didn't really call it a jaw right away, because technically, this isn't the jaw for the alt mode. The jaw for the alt mode is right here. So they added that little bit of detail. I think that this is accurate to his show model, but for the gimmick's sake, they just allowed that to move on its own. So it's a nice way to use a fake piece for the robot mode to get that alt mode detail, but yet still use that for a gimmick. I thought that was pretty clever. The one unfortunate part is it's really difficult to hook the back in. When I do this at first, it doesn't snap in right away. I usually have to either hold it, or when I move that down, it seems like the tab doesn't really line up properly, so I have to just shift the arm up and then bring that up, and then usually it just locks in anyways. And then I also don't like the fact that it uses the arm for that gimmick, because when you're just trying to move the arm in general, sometimes it will flip out. But otherwise, I think he's a good figure. Definitely looks good in his alt mode. Wow? What's wow? You tell me what's wow. Fascinating? What's fascinating? What are you talking about? There's can't go wrong in any political way. Brian in his Power of the Primes Jazz review. This can't go wrong in any political way. See you later, Brian. Thank you for coming. You have a formula that works. Oh. If you already mentioned this, I am sorry, but are you going to do a special video for your anniversary? This is the special video for the anniversary. I feel like the I'm bored by thing will become a meme. Don't worry, I'm bored. Not of you guys, of myself. I mean, at some point, I didn't know what to do, so I did this. What is that? There was no joke. You are censored by censorship. What is this, YouTube? Let's see. Brian secretly has the Power of the Primes Jazz tattoo. Oh my god. To have that text in Cybertronian, I'm not sure what I would do. You know what? You put that temptation in my head. I lost V-Bucks on board. My brother couldn't be here today. He's bored. Bye. What do you think of the mercenaries in the War for Cybertron trilogy? I think it's kind of interesting. It's a different take on some of the characters. I like what they're doing for some of them, like Exhaust and Bugbite. I think they fit really well in mercenaries, so I don't mind. Censored, I don't know the meaning of the word. Warning, an incredibly inappropriate, uncensored version. You're a poop face, or poo-poo face. Bye. Can't believe you said that. My favorite part of Family Guy was when the kid is insulting Peter and he's like, please stop, knock it off, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as the kid says poop nose, that's what breaks him. Yeah. Dylan, you got it on point. The stock market crashed. I'm bored. Bye. I'm going to head out. Congrats on 10 years. Dabs into the darkness out of the room. Bye. Love your content, by the way. Thank you. I was called a poopy head in 17th grade. What if he gets tattooed? You tempted me. To get a tattoo. And I used to think, oh, tattoos are awful. Who would do that? Who would burn their own skin? And nowadays I'm like, I don't want a tattoo. But I don't know what to get because I want something that, you know, I'm not just gonna look at years later and think. Dakota has a really good tattoo of the matrix of leadership on his arm. I really hope we can get Earthrise Ratchet soon because I love Ratchet. We could. I feel like we will get him. I'm hoping he is not a Walgreens exclusive. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. So Blue Streak is apparently an exclusive. I feel like that's meant to be a Walgreens exclusive, and that's gonna suck. Manchild, and I was like, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, you know what? Why isn't Manchild a compliment? People make that out to be an insult, but yet people who, you know, buy toys do consider themselves Manchild. So it's not really an insult. Hey guys, it's Kermit the Frog here. Miss Piggy is calling for me, so I have to go. Bye. So I'm bored. Bye. Oh God. I'm more excited for that Blue Streak. You know what's funny is that someone had brought up that, oh, it was debunked. And then now, because there was the render image that had the Blue Streak head. And now we have images of the packaging, and it shows on the back of the package that same render. People were speculating that that image was Digibash from some of the other toys. Nope, it's official. Brian should get the tattoo on his butt cheek to hide it, or his face to show it off. I hope we get an Earthrise Warpath. Yeah, that'd be cool, but I don't think we will. Oh, God. Dang it. I really was hoping Blue Streak could have been in Wave 4, but maybe we're not going to get a Wave 4. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Is Sideswipe mascot of Canada? I don't know. I feel like Swerve would be more of a mascot. Yeah, the Siege Ratchet was a terrible exclusive. And you know what was it? You know what's the biggest nightmare of the Siege Ratchet? Is the fact that he's now a main character in the show, at least for Siege, and he's an exclusive that's hard to come by and hard to get. Smart. Just, I don't know what they were thinking. Anyways, with that said, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's been 2 hours and 13 minutes, which is quite a lot of content for me to just wave a figure around. God, that looks awful every time I do that. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. Thank you guys for helping me celebrate 10th anniversary of the Facebook page that started this whole thing. I want to thank Alfonso, Justin Yates, and Fire Brothers for coming in and donating and shouting out the stream. I also want to thank you guys for tuning in, and of course, I want to thank all the people that. I want to thank all the people that you know, came in and helped with the channel as well. I want to thank my friends as well who have been a part of the content and the Facebook page. You know, we have Larry, we have Dakota, we have Michael, we have, you know, John, Zat, and we've had so many other people. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up something and I keep blanking out and I'm doing the wrong thing. Anyways, so I appreciate everyone for helping me out. You guys are awesome. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time. I just realized, why am I wearing a Thor Ragnarok shirt to a Transformers anniversary stream? That makes no sense.